Anyway, I'm gonna get started. It completely ruined the mood for me, but I think I'll just have to talk and try and calm myself down. Anyway, let me have a look at how many minute marker at this point. Let me have a look. How many minutes? 15 minutes in. Okay, 15 minutes. That's fine. Hello, Ambro. I'm gonna start with a story. And the story is simple. You and a bunch of family members collaborated. It's another very sorry tale as old as time. You had a great idea. You and a bunch of your family have faith in you. They invested money in you to open a small little company or a small business. And you do all kinds of things. Well, you do that thing that you're very good at. So, for instance, let's say... What's a good one? You know what? Game dev. Let's start with something small and easy. Game development. Let's start with something small and easy. Game development. You and a bunch of friends open a game development studio. Small one. Very, very grassroots, you can say. And you started invest your time and effort in making your very first game. Very first game, barely any experience, any of you, but all you have was talent and passion. So yeah, you put in a lot of work, you release your first game. And surprisingly enough, your first game was a huge success. It was a huge success. It was like the sleeper hit, someone call it the underdog, the dark horse. It was so unexpectedly of a success, you made so much money and a lot of people suddenly remember your name and it became a household name and that sort of way. So yeah, you were riding a high. You can say that. You were riding a high and it gave you more passion, gave you a bit more drive with that success to keep doing another one and another one and another one. So what do you do then? You release new games? A sequel to that first game you played? It was great. Then the third that finishes off the entire series and it was great. And at point in time already you had a lot of money. You had a lot of money. But here's the thing. Either you or a friend of yours got greedy. Okay? You and your friend of yours got really, really greedy. They were thinking, how about instead of making a lot of money, we make even more money than we already have? How about we do that? How about we do something like that? And you know what you did? One of your friends or you, it doesn't really matter, came up with the most brilliant idea. If you make more money, if you got more money, you can make more money. That was your logic behind it. And for a while, it kind of worked. But now, you are at this type of a crossroads. So you are given with two choices. The first choice is you keep what you're doing slowly and slowly grow. Slowly grow until, because of your own talent, because of your own passion, because of who you are, you just grow slowly and keep at it as a private company. So own between friends, you own some shares, your best friend owns some shares, maybe a bunch of family members who are also good at game dev or invested in your project own some shares, and that was about it. Everything stays at home, per se. Or the other option. And the other option is to... How should I even put it? The other option is to, well, open up your company to an army of investors, an army of strangers who just give money to you with an expectation that you will give them money, give them a return on their investment in the future. And that's going public. That is why it means to go public. And what do you do when you go public? Let's say the big incident happened. You set your company up. You give your first initial reports, your initial public offering documents. Market your company really well, saying that your game won this award and that award. Your studio, invest in our company studio. And then suddenly, yeah, the big day happens, the IPO, the initial public offering. It was a huge success. You win, you got millions and millions of dollars. But then you start to notice. As you were about to pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself, open the bottles of champagne, you suddenly notice. Probably it's one of your best friends who did the accounts over all these years who will be the first to notice. But they will tell you eventually, and it makes you start thinking. You didn't think too much about it at first, but it's like the back of your head. And what essentially what happened was, you notice what was once your, let's say, what's a good split? Let's say it's owned between 4 friends, 25, 25, 25, 25. Let's just say that. Suddenly, and all of your friends, all combined, at best, let's just say what was once 25% split amongst you and 3 other friends and family, suddenly the entirety of you and your friends and families' share offerings only amounted to around 40% of the company's share capital. So what happens now? With all this money, the investors are expecting a lot of things from you. Firstly, investor A, you are making a profit of, let's say, $2 million, $2 million a year, where the investors say, make it 10. I expect it to be 10 million in 2 or 3 years' time or something like that. Another investor expresses concern. It's just you and 30 other people. You need to hire more staff. Otherwise, I don't want to mitigate risk, let's just say. Want to hire more staff, okay? So you hire more staff. Your 30 members turn into 200 members, and in a few years' time, it turned into 1,000 members. Okay. Then on the third investor, the third biggest one. That investor tells you, I realize that your company does not hire diverse enough. And we ask diversity, what do you mean? Oh, very simple. It just means people of this specific preference, this specific ethnicity, this specific worldview. Oh, you know that diversity. And then you ask them the question, but you ask investors. We hire based on merit. If someone was talented and had passion, and they convince us they want this job, we will help give them to him. We can't just simply hire people just because they are of this specific characteristic or that specific characteristic. We need people right for the job to create a game we want. Then the investor comes back to you. You do that or we pull out our investment. And if we pull our investment, all the other investors are probably going to jump ship from your company as well. Because to them, it just sounds like a big investor is pulling out millions of dollars from your company. How would you like that? And of course, you, in your state of panic, you do what they have to say. You do what they say. And what do they do? So you start hiring random people. All because they have a specific ethnicity, all because they have a specific preference with who they want to hook up with behind closed doors. All because they have a specific worldview or something along the lines of that. That will keep the investors at bay. And specifically the very large impact investor who is forcing behaviors on you. And eventually, everything slowly starts to rot away. What do I mean by slowly start to rot away? Well, simple. The new games you come out has less soul. What was once Trailblazers, your first initial trilogy of games, it was a trailblazer, unique, amazing experiences. Suddenly it turned into what? Cookie cutter open world nonsense. Follow all kinds of markers on a large map and just fill in with busy work. That is the game you made. And eventually time goes by. Time goes a lot. Eventually those investors say, hey, I know you've been making $10 million, but I want you to make $20 million now. And there's only so much of the game you can sell to go above $10 million. So what option do you have next? Well, it's very simple actually. Your next option is to, well, surprise mechanics. A little bit of time savers. A little bit of early access. The privilege to play a game early. Because you bought the most expensive edition. You make different tiers of your product. Oh yes, you split your game up. You make your base game, you split it up. So the base game has the most bare bones amounts. Then the deluxe edition, you put the new features back in. You put some of the split up features back in. And then the super extreme edition, the ultimate edition as you will say, you put everything back in and you slap a 5-day early access period. Oh yeah, and because you're also so generous, a few hundred units of your in-game premium currency that you can just spend for a bit of a time saver. An experience booster for 10 days, maybe. And it's not the end of it by then yet. It's not even the end of it yet. The investor who forces you to behave in a certain way wants you to behave even more of that certain way. So what do? They make you hire very specific individuals and put them into your HR department. And then this HR department I think what you should do, Nambo, is that maybe you can dedicate, I don't know how much rest you have given and how many hours of sleep you have given, but I don't really know much about that type of health issue. But I can only pray for the best for you, and I hope you get enough rest. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. What I was talking about is the impact investors force you to hire specific individuals, and they expect you also to follow some specific quote-unquote principles that have nothing to do with developing good games but have everything to do with sociopolitics. So what do? You hire quote-unquote consultants. These consultants tell you to hire this individual and that individual, put them into their HR department, and then the HR department will in turn create some kind of like a, how should I say it, social progress division. Let's just leave it at that. Quote unquote social progress division. Okay, then what else? What else happens after that? The social progress division starts to lose control. You have no control over it despite being the CEO or even the director. You have no control over them. They hire more of the people whom they know in their little cliques, in their little gangs, in their little nepo hires. And slowly but surely, the staff members your passionate staff members who start to notice that something is going off, something is going wrong, they start to tell you about it. You're powerless about it, you're ignorant about it, so you brought it up to the HR. The HR says that the person who brought this to you is problematic, and if you don't do anything about it, we'll report that to the investor, to the impact investor. So what other choice do you have? So the best choice you have is to ignore. Because seriously, what other choice do you have other than ignoring? And eventually that staff who has been with you for you have no idea how many years at that point in time, he just leaves. Managerial disagreements, as they would say. Disagreements with management, as one would say. Your friend went out and he got a bunch of other friends with him who also thought the same way as he did. They set up a different company and they make games as good as the ones you made it back in your old days. And what do you have? You have annual reports to write. You have annual general meetings to prepare. You have an HR to keep happy. You have investors to keep happy. Was it all worth it at the end of the day? Was it all worth it getting just that extra few $1 million of gains and cash, but selling your soul away? The soul of your own company, the soul of your identity, the soul of your business. Was it worth it all that time? So let this be a bit of a story time for you lurkers. Why am I talking about this? Well, there's a lot of reasons I want to talk about this actually. This has been kind of brewing at the back of my head for quite a few weeks now, but I don't really have much of an opportunity to talk about it. But since I have right now, I can. So, with that out of the way, what is my point? Well, let me open my presentation for a bit. Now, my point is simple. Going public means the identity of you as a business or a company or some kind of studio, anything. It is on borrowed time. You won't notice it the first few years of going public, but you will notice it eventually. This was what happened with places like Ubisoft. This is what happened with places like Niji Sanji. And I'm a bit afraid to say it, but I know there is another company that is technically a rival to Niji Sanji and Any Color, but they're going along the same direction. And saying anything else would be considered paranoia, but I'm just gonna leave it at that. And if there was one thing that really says a lot about the net negative of a company going public, is stories like Expedition 33. So when, again, prefaces, I do not like turn-based games, but if it's a good game, I will give them credit where it's due. Okay? I will give them credit where it's due. So Expedition 33 was an interesting story when I read it. It seems the director was a Ubisoft junior. And him and 30 others, the 30 others consisted of him, a few other Ubisoft junior devs, and a few people he just found on Reddit as well as SoundCloud. They banded together to make a game. And their idea for a game was that basically, long story short, I know the director didn't say it in such a harsh manner. Not at all, actually. But the message he was conveying was very significant. What do I mean by significant? Well, it's just saying that basically the reason they made this game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, was a few things. Firstly, Ubisoft was a leech on his passion, a leech on his motivation. He said that being in Ubisoft was absolutely boring for him, and I presume many of the friends who left alongside him. And also one of the other reasons is he missed the old days of good JRPGs. The proper turn-based JRPGs, at least. The ones that I talked about in the past, you know, the ones that give you the old memories, the old Final Fantasies, not 8, 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, and 10, yeah, basically 8, 9, and 10. And of course, you have certain little trailblazers and interesting little unique experiences like Lost Odyssey, all of the old turn-based games. So the director and his team wanted to relive that experience. And this was what they created. I may not like turn-based RPGs at all, but I can appreciate what he has done. And this is even more telling. Had he pitched his idea, had him and his team pitched this idea to Ubisoft management and get Ubisoft backing to make a game like this, it would have taken 25 years. That was what he said. He really says a lot. Seriously. And it goes you to show that 25 years, why would it take 25 years? Well, it's simple, isn't it? Because Ubisoft is a publicly traded company, and the entire company is basically running on the epitome of risk aversion. Well, warped perspective of risk aversion, at least. Because I'm going to tell you a little bit of something that will be very odd. Zero. I don't get it, Truffles. What? Who is bullying me? Who is bullying me? Who is bullying me? But, if you're not a snitch, why do you say out loud in chat? Something does not compute. Anyway. What's it? This sounds like gaslighting to me. This really sounds like gaslighting to me. But anyway, what was I going to talk about? Yep, I remember. I remember that. I remember now. With that, I want to move on to another incident. I'm sure you all probably remember this, but I'm going to talk about it again. Let me see. I should have it. Remember what I said about Expedition 33's team and the director saying that they wish they could have a blast back to the old days of the turn-based JRPG genre? Well, he said that probably out of disappointment if you're talking about personal opinions. I think it has something to do with a bit of level of personal disappointment on the director's part, at least. Because of things like this. Square Enix. This is what happens when you go public. This is what happens when you let Californians or Westerners do the thing, tell you what to do. And how has that worked out for you, Square Enix? Your obsession with following the Western global audience? How has that worked out for you? Exactly. Because I can tell you right now, watching your own... How do I even put it into words? your own performance according to your own investors, to other gamers, to even games journalists who, for a change, actually somehow managed to agree with some gamers. Who is Final Fantasy IV anyway in the year 2024 and 2025? Who is it for? So you know what I think? I think that despite what the director of Expedition 33 says, try to make it sound as amicable and gentle as possible, but his message is very clear. This is what happens. This is the price you pay for going public. This is like why I say to deal with the devil. Deal with devils, actually. Considering that it's multiple investors you're talking about, every single investor is its own devil. Firstly, you have the pure money-hungry investors who just wants you to make more and more profit every growing year, and they don't care about the profit staying a profit and just staying at a healthy amount. They want more and more every year. That's the typical ones. The investors who will force you to put in microtransactions, the investors who will force you to buy deluxe editions for early access and cut content, the type of investor who would make you pay premium currency just to save some time in your game. That's the first type of investor. Then the other one is, of course, the impact investor. Your BlackRocks, your Vanguards, your State Streets. They want you to behave in a certain way. For whatever reason they want to disclose or they don't want to disclose, I don't know. But they want you to behave in a very certain way. And if you do not behave in such a certain way, they are pulling out their funding from you. So you behave in your certain way. They care for the fake diversity, the fake inclusivity, the obsession over those skin deep values, quote unquote, and of course your obsession with your corporate Memphis art style. Was it all worth it at that point in time? Do you even have something to call your own anymore? But we only talked about the public company side of things. We talked about the companies that lost their identity because the CEOs and the owners and the founders thought that making their little bit more money from investors is a good thing. Well, joke's on them. But anyway, I'm going to catch my breath. I'm going to take a short rest. And coming back, I'm going to pivot to the next half of the topic. And I will also discuss some of the issues with you in chat later. But for now, I'm going to take a few minutes. The scuff has not been very kind to me mentally and physically. The stress has not been kind to me mentally and physically. So I will be back in a few minutes, okay? Yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes. Lurkers, 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 please. Lurkers, please. I've had the stress of a scuff for a whole half an hour and you're already talking about all these things. Can you give me a brief for like even one stream, please? 0, please? 0? This is not the time for you to behave, Irina, please. Even Rina is not as extreme as you sometimes, seriously. Before I continue on, actually, I want to think. Let me see. Let me see. This is in case, okay? In case I've talked for the duration of the stream and I still have a bit of time left on stream, I was thinking what game. There are so many choices I want to play, actually. Of course, there's the classic TF2. There's the classic as well. There is also that classic. And what else? What else? What was that other game? Oh yeah, SC. I got 4 games in mind. I just need something to just make me relax for the after the stream is over, basically. But I'm going to continue talking while you all do the No More Room in Hell. It's just short form for No More Room in Hell. But I think SCP Secret Lab, everyone had fun, didn't they? I think you all had fun. But I'm kind of curious to see what is the outcome of the vote. Oh, SCP Secret Lab, you all have fun in that too, huh? Yeah, it was kind of fun when we played it. My RNG was terrible and I still cannot forget that incident where I almost reached the escape location only for that stupid D-boy. Why TF2? Why do you torture me like this, Lurkers? Why do you torture me like this by making me play TF2? I don't have a VR headset, Mimi. I don't have that much money to buy a VR headset. But anyway. Let me close some tabs. Oh yeah. A little bit of an ending punch. TF2. Why did I even put it as an option? Why? Why did I even put it as an option? I like RTS games where there is less micromanagement. I'll hide this for now. But anyway, that poll can run in the background. I'm gonna show you a little something comedic. This is the end result of being so obsessed with the public company thing. And you have nothing but your investors to keep happy. But even then, it's kind of like a big stretch. Because like I say, certain companies have their warped perception of keeping investors happy. But I want to show you this. You'll probably remember this news, don't you? You'll probably remember this. What a fun time, remember? Here's the question that people in Ubisoft seem to want to conveniently avoid all the time. If it was a technical error, why was it there? If it was a technical error, why was everything so perfectly formatted, so perfectly included, so perfectly written, so perfectly marketed? If it was a technical error that was never supposed to happen. I'm sure if it was a technical error, it would appear like the jumbled mess of codes and completely unformatted nonsense. But for some reason, everything was set out in perfect formatting. So I wonder what type of a technical error that is. That is some very deliberate technical errors if you ask me. And on a related note, on a very related note, on an extremely related note to this, technical error. On a very related note to this, you have the quintessential private company. You have the quintessential public company and you have the quintessential private company. Yes, I was being a bit facetious, almighty truffles. Yes, truffles, I'm sure. I am aware of that. I was just being a bit facetious. But now we know exactly how. This is the difference between a private company and a public company. The public company has lost every single semblance of its identity, and I would say even a large amount of its ethics. Its core ethics, baseline ethics. While a private company, they can be sometimes problematic in their own way, but for most parts, they still try. They still try to hold on to sanity. So you have Steam. Gaben made it pretty damn clear. Pretty clear, actually. You want to try to shove your mobile ads? You want to shove your ads for advantages type of BS into Steam? Think again, because it's banned. If I can tell you for certain, if Steam was it was a public company. If Steam was a public company and Gaben had lost control of it, and all that is left is just a bunch of investors, money-hungry investors or impact investors, this would have been implemented a long time ago. They would have allowed it a long time ago, but till now they're still staying strong and preventing it from happening. Not exactly right, unfortunately. Normal public companies, eventually it all crumbles. For instance, Ubisoft is just an example. There's 2K games. You want to remember what 2K games? I want to show you a bit of an old article, if I can find it. The current still CEO of 2K games, by the way. Still the CEO of 2K Games, by the way. This one. You all know who is 2K Games? CEO? Take-Two. A very, very odd name. Quite hard to pronounce. But he has made a very infamous quote a few years ago, and a lot of people have tried hard to memory hold it as well. And largely they were kind of successful because I think Take-Two, they think of what GTA and all that thing. So yeah. But you have to understand. You have to read this quote. You have to read this quote to understand how certain things stand with some of these public company people. So this was a topic of loot boxes, remember? Loot box? Because a lot of people were believing it is to be a form of gambling. And unfortunately it does seem like it. But here is the thing that really sets a lot of people off. When I spoke to Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick last month's E3, oh my god, what an old name. So it was back in 2019. They're always concerned about any legislation that might interfere with our ability to captivate and engage consumers. Bullshit. I don't think it becomes law. But I've asked why he responded. It's a little thing called the First Amendment. So, let me be very clear to you, lurkers. Let me be very clear to you, lurkers. Let me have a look and I find it. Let me be extremely clear with you, lurkers. How do I open this? Let me see. This is his point. Literally his point. Loot boxes are free speech. Loot boxes is free speech. That is his entire point, make no mistake. This was essentially what he said. This is what happens when your company goes public. You say crap like this. Loot boxes is free speech. would say personally that there is quite a bit of a difference between a game that has specific content that is interpreted artistically versus practical gambling. I'm certain there is a lot of difference between those two. And by the way, Strauss Zelnick is also the guy who say games should be charged $100. He's one of those hard pushers for the $100 video game. And if you want to have a look at how he actually looks like, he's Strauss Zelnick. Let me have a look. Not a very... Oh my goodness, he looks like that typical. And of course, why else? He's still running the company, by the way. Last I checked, at least. He's still running the company. So, this puts into perspective why you see like games like Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead Online, it died without even a whimper. It just stopped. People who cared for their game gave up. And you wonder why GTA 5 just keeps getting re-released, and re-released, and every single update is always with its online, with its shark cards, with its paid microtransactions and all that crap. And now you see things like GTA 6 could possibly cost over $100 even as a base game price. You look at who runs Take-Two and you will know exactly. Why does Take-Two and by extension Rockstar do the things they do? You will now know exactly why. This is extremely, extremely disappointing. And the biggest excuse there are a lot of people who push for public companies going public is that, oh, their growth is stunted, their growth is limited, their growth will never be as good as if you went public. Is that so? What about Steam? Some of these people who push for public companies, they do not understand something. There is a very subtle difference between private and public companies. They are misunderstanding. It's not that private companies will not reach the heights of a public company. It's that private company takes a little longer to reach the heights of a public company. And that is fine. When you are a private company and it's in between you and your family members or your best friends, why do you need to make all the money? Make enough money to live the best life you have. Make enough money to save money for the next generation. You don't need all the money for that. You just need enough money. And another example, let me have a look. Another very big example of a private company that just kept chugging along doing its thing. Have you heard of... Oh, wait, by the way, this is funny. This is funny. Some talent you got rid of Ubisoft. Some talent you managed to alienate Ubisoft. For what? That next Assassin's Creed, it's kind of like RPG, kind of like... I have no idea what type of game it's trying to be at this point. Was it worth it? I'm just telling you, was it worth it? Another example of that completely disproves the whole part that private companies can never go large is, let me see, how do I... Have you heard of a sauce company called Lei Gamde? You Asians probably know about it, right? You probably heard about it, right? Lei Gamde brand. Just so you know, it is one of the biggest Oriental sauce brands in the world. One of the biggest, one of the most famous, and one of the highest quality. When you see a sauce that has this brand, it's usually a big deal. And you know what is the punchline about it? This company has been existing since 1888, so over 100 years already. And you know what's the punchline? It's still private. It is one of the biggest sauce brands in Asia. So big, in fact, that some parts in the Western countries you already know the brand even then. And the punchline is that they did not have to go public. They did not have to have an IPO. They did not have to get strangers as investors. They don't need impact investors. They don't need big investors. It's all between the family. Any drama they have, they discuss it between the family. Any problems they have, it's between family. And evidently, given the success of this company, it kind of proves that going public is not always the answer. It's often not the answer, actually. It's often not the answer. And you know what's the beauty of being in a private company? If you want something done, you can get it done very quickly. Remember, I want to show you a bit of something. Hold on. I'm going to show you a presentation. A bit of a checklist. Rena, can you shut up, please? Rena, shut up. Rena, can you please shut up? But what is the obligations of a company going public? A lot of things actually. Firstly, you have reporting standards. And that is a pain in the ass for any accountant actually. Absolutely painful. Annual reports, public, annual audits, painful. But of course, that's expected though. You're doing with strangers' money now. You kind of don't have the right to do things on the down low and between family now, can you? That does not make sense. Annual audits, that is terrible. But this is the big one. Annual general meetings. Meetings between the investors. Let's say you are a man of action. You are a CEO, you are a man of action. You want to make big changes and big good changes for your company. Well, too bad. If you can't convince the entirety or the majority of your investors in their big annual general meeting, you are done. You have no power if they do not support you, which means a lot of red tape, a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of politics. A lot of things happen in the AGMs, the annual general meetings. And of course, you have the impact investors, and if they invested big money into you, their opinion is your obligation. You have no choice. And unfortunately, Hololive is going down this road. This is what really disappoints me about a lot of Hololive fans, personally. This was what really disappointed me with a lot of Hololive fans. And I'm just coming from someone who enjoys Hololive. I do like Hololive, and I'm a Hololive fan. I can quite comfortably say I am a Hololive fan. But the fact I see some of those uncritical fans of Hololive, they say the first thing that scared me when it came out was Hololive is going, Cover Corp is going public, and that scared me. That scared me instantly. That worried me. But when I see comments on the official Hololive Twitter accounts, the socials, everything, it'll be like, oh, congratulations, oh, based, oh, this and that, oh, great, excellent, oh, you made a lot of money, congratulations, you deserve it. No. I don't think any corporation, worth their salt, worth their personality, any corporation, any business with character and soul, they do not deserve going public. It cannot be understated. It cannot be understated. It cannot be overstated enough, actually. It cannot be overstated enough. You go public, you are done. Any business that has a soul, you go public with it, you are selling your soul. Again, it's back to the analogy, deal with devils. Your soul is the very identity of your business, what you started it out as. But of course, I'm not going to come to any specific conclusions. I am just going to talk about the warning signs. Who knows? Maybe this is just a temporary lull for Hololive and Cover Corp. Maybe Yago has a plan. I would like to think he does. But this is a bump, a big bump. Yago, I don't know why. I don't know who made the decisions for you to make the company go public. I do not understand it. Do any of you know? I don't understand it. Who makes the decisions? He has to be one of the big investors, I have to guess. Is it really worth it though at the end of the day? I don't know. Yago might think that going public is fine because he can control Cover Core. Eventually you will lose control. That is the end result of going public all the time. Interesting. Yago is definitely losing control. I would like to be wrong on that. I would like to be completely wrong on that, actually. That to the initial investors that they weren't able to make up in time, so the choice was to go public or downsize. You know what? This may just be a bit of a hot take from me, but I think downsizing would have benefited Cover and Hololive in the long run. I have seen what going public does to so many businesses. But of course, if it's hearsay, we can't be sure what's the reason behind it. All that we know is that Cover Corp decided to go public. Yes, Discord is going the same road and it's just going... I am worried for Discord. He's not even laying off talents at that time though. I think its current talent pool is fine. I mean, at the time when Cover decided to go public, they could have just maintained or downsized. They just need to stop growing it, basically. That is the problem with a lot of private companies that go public without thinking it through. They want exponential growth. And they think they can get the exponential growth without the downsides. That is not how it works. I can only suspect that it may not be downsized per se, but rather stop growing or slow down its growth. We can see how that turns out in the future now, won't we? If only, maybe in an ideal what-if scenario, if Yago actually had, I would say, Game Newell's type of temperament, perhaps. If Yago had Game Newell's temperament, perhaps things would have turned out a lot differently. Maybe in that situation, Yago could have negotiated with Covercore's debtors, and in that case, maybe they might have been able to come up with a different solution that does not involve properly downsizing and therefore laying off talents, but also does not involve going fully public. Yeah. Is Xenart here? He's probably gonna have a great time that this is Xena, one of the lurkers. If he's here, he's probably gonna have a great time. Great 2 minutes.
Why do corporal VTubers go on hiatus so much? Let's take a crack at answering that. Lots of different answers, but I'll go over one that I think is a major contributor, and that has to do with management. Everybody saw this coming. Management, unfortunately, has no stake in the talent that they're managing. If the talent does really, really well, they don't get extra money. They get a set salary, just like whatever, as far as I know, whatever they get, they get. However, if the talent that they're managing screws up and does something risky and ends up damaging their reputation or the reputation of the company that they work for, then the manager is definitely going to get in big trouble. They're going to get chewed out at the next meeting. They might get reassigned. They might, get fired or something like that. So from a manager's perspective, I see no reason for them to let their talent ever do anything risky. They just want them to do the same thing that everybody else is doing that's been tried and true, proven safe, that they won't get in trouble for, and then they can just live their life in peace with no anxiety. Unfortunately, what this leads to is a lot of rejection, a ton of rejection, like a crazy amount, more than you think. You think of it, it's just more than you think. It's like a crazy amount of rejection, and it can deal damage to the psyche, I think. A VTuber is a performing artist. They are a creative, and it's never really a good feeling to have a creative's endeavors over, like, you're basically a non-creative person is telling you how to be creative, and that is just a recipe for disaster, in my opinion. I think the best way to manage a creative is to let them do what they want to do and earn their trust by being willing to run damage control, because things will go wrong, and that's what a manager does. They fix things, but that's not really how it works out. And finally, like at the end of the day, this could really wear down on someone that's takes a lot of pride in their work, right? If you join a corporation as a streamer or a VTuber, you don't really own any of the stuff that you create from that point on. And you know, a lot of people can get over that and deal with it, but the more you think about it, the more it kind of weighs down on you. And I think it really just boils down to a lot of different reasons, but the root cause is a tough gig. It really takes a toll on your mental health, and you just need to take time off to recover. We shouldn't really begrudge them that, in my opinion, at least.
The corporate mindset. It goes back to accounting 101. Risk aversion. There are a few core tenets of what it means to properly run a corporation. One of the core tenets of what it means to really run a corporation, and this is, imagine a private company. Let's just say this. I'll just tell you about it actually. Let me see. Okay, business management, accounting. A core principle is called the principle of conservatism. That is a core business management and accounting principle. And what does it mean by the principle of conservatism? Basically, if you're going to risk something with a chance of losing something but also a chance of gaining something, you rather not risk it. Basically, literally conserving. The unwillingness to gamble, the unwillingness to try something new that has a chance of failure. That is the principle of conservatism. And that is the case for a lot of businesses. But in the perspective of a public core, conservatism, this principle is 100 times more potent. This is one of the most important principles to a public company. Unless, of course, the public company is run by insane individuals to some extent. And I'll explain in a bit more later on. But this is the problem when a company goes public. This will always be a problem when a company goes public. And this is where the term risk aversion stems from. This might just be a hot take coming from me, but in my opinion, very personal opinion, that VTubing and corporate culture will destroy itself in the long run. This is just my opinion. Because VTubing, by its essence, is personality driven. VTubing, by its essence, is also risk-driven. Yeah, risk aversion is a good thing. Conservatism, in a business sense, is a great thing. If you are running, let's say, selling stocks of items. Like you're running a supermarket. You are running a firm that is only providing professional services. If you are running, let's say if you're running like producing some kind of manufacturing goods. Yeah, conservatism is pretty important and it's a very good thing. But the problem is that when you have to do it on a case-by-case basis. There is no cheat sheet. There is no cheat sheet about how businesses run. Because you need to know what type of activity your business does. And in the case of VTubing, the VTubing is not a typical business venture. It's definitely not a business venture that can be comfortably controlled by a corporate structure, in my opinion. And you wonder why. You wonder why so many VTubers go on hiatus. When you look at a VTuber, let's say in their old selves, their past lives, let's just say, for argument's sake, you know exactly the type of content they used to make. You know what makes them tick, you know what they love, you know what they do. And when you see them go into a corporate structure as a new personality, a new controlled personality, and you start to realize that what they truly are is incompatible with what management of that company expects of them. It is very how do I put it into a words? Suffocating. You remind me of Erosion Golden Eagles about going public as he say, becoming a real company. Rina, can you shut up? But that is the problem. There is a problem a lot of people seem to refuse to acknowledge. Especially HoloLive fans. I'm one of them. But we have to admit it. I have to admit it in my own opinion. My own opinion, again, you're free to prove me wrong. Anyone who wants to start some kind of a roast session on me on Twitter or on a separate video talking about my extremely bad take about this, but I am open to being proven wrong. I'm welcoming being proven wrong, but that's the problem is you have to prove me wrong. Make me say I am wrong, that Yago choosing to bring the company into public is a good decision. Make me admit I'm wrong. What else can I actually say? I'm just worried. I'm just very worried. I have had the luxury of not caring about a lot of companies that go public. Nintendo, I don't really care so much. Nintendo does something stupid nowadays, and I don't really care that much. Take-Two, I don't care that much. Worst comes to worst, I just won't buy GTA 6 if it's such a disaster, an overpriced disaster. Activision Blizzard, I don't care. Niji Sanji, after Lulu left, I kinda don't care. But HoloLive, I still kinda care. And it's worrying me. It worries me a lot. And the fact that most of the HoloLive fans react to this going public thing, not with caution, not with some degree of questioning, scrutiny, and maybe a bit of worry and concern, but with cheers. Such loud cheers. But anyway, I always preface this by saying I hope I am wrong. I hope everything I say is just a whole load of trash and it's just my schizo and my paranoia talking, but I don't know. Look at Chan, this is why I invite everyone who can to at least take a starter course on law and accounting. This is why I think it is important. Everyone, any lurker who even has the motivation, take a course on law or financial accounting. It cannot be emphasized enough. You don't have to know the deepest intricacies of law or accounting. You just need to know how to think like one. And maybe, who knows, one day, if you lurkers really want it, I don't know why I would, but if you lurkers really, I'll close this whole poll first. Let me see. End this current poll. Long story short, you want me to suffer with TF2, so be it. But I will start another poll. Would you like me to give crash courses on accounting or law? In streams. So this would be, my whole idea is that this would be, instead of spending every single stream ranting on a specific topic, I would dedicate a few streams here and there to just talk about some core principles of law and accounting, because I think those are the most important things to think about, especially even if you're on the internet. Oh yeah, accounting it is then. I understand, I just remembered. Yes. I'm not going to do a crash course in law, but I'm just going to talk about it, okay? Truffles, I just realized. Truffles, don't worry about it. I just realized. Yes. I am not giving legal advice in any way, shape, or form. This is just me as schizo talking about the law in general as a layperson with no particularly strong expertise in the area of law. Happy, Truffles? Anyway, I'm going to talk about accounting anyway. Again, lurkers, for legal reasons, nothing I'm going to say on the topic of law is considered legal advice. It is all the ramblings and the mouthings and the schizo yapping of a crazy VTuber, literally who, okay? Long story short about accounting, and I think I'm going to dedicate it to a separate stream. You all can tell me what day you want the stream to be, okay? What day you want the stream to be, and whichever day the stream is, whichever that day the stream will be, I will talk about it in depth. But you all can, I'll make a poll about it maybe, or you can bring it up to me in the future streams. But long story short, explain accounting in its most basics. In its most basic fundamental principle. You won't hear it in any textbook. You will not hear it in any textbook. Textbooks are just going to say a lot of very technical things and it's probably not very useful for a lay person. But long story short is, accounting is, well, taking accountability. Long story short. Something happens. It has to happen for a reason. That is accounting. It is partially the whole part. Accounting has two meanings, a two-pronged meaning. Firstly, accounting is like, you know, opening accounts, account balances and all of that boring stuff. But on the second half of accounting is the philosophical, the fundamental idea of accounting. Something has to happen for a reason. That is what accounting means for the layperson. Something has to happen for a reason. Your business made a loss this year. Why? Something has to happen for a reason. Why did your business make a loss? Is it because your revenues were down for the year? Or was it because you spent too much and your expenses went up for the year? Why did your business make a loss this year? Accounting is to answer that question. To account for an incident. Think about it that way. Accounting is not predicted. Prediction is not the goal of account. Well, it's part of it is a luxury goal of accounting. But the main thing about accounting is to, is to create hindsight. Think about it this way. The goal of accounting is to, you know how hindsight is 20/20? There's that old saying, right? Let me just write this down. You all heard of this phrase? Hindsight is 20/20. You all heard of this phrase before? Well, accounting is creating the hindsight. Accounting is the creation of the hindsight. Your business failed last year. Do you know exactly why it failed? Was there a huge expense that you didn't account for? Was there a huge revenue drop that you didn't see it coming? And how are you going to fix these problems in preparation for the year after. Those are the questions that accounting covers. It's not numbers, it's not bookkeeping. Those are just the tools of accounting. True accounting is to understand when something goes right, what made it go right? And when something goes wrong, what made it go wrong? So long story short, this is what I'm going to talk about. If y'all can decide on a date y'all want to talk about, actually, I'll think about it. Or, I can say with some certainty it might take a few streams to talk about accounting. Because it can get very complicated. But that's of course, I have to think a little hard on whether it is necessary for you all to know or not as lay people. But the long story short is, hindsight is 2020. Accounting is the creation of the hindsight. And how do you create hindsight? Well, that's where all the bookkeeping goes to. The report. That's where the bookkeeping goes to. That's where the reports come in. That's where the auditing also comes in. There is a lot of things to consider. For such a simple premise, for such a simple goal, hindsight is 2020, but can you actually acquire that hindsight? Yes, in a way, hindsight in your typical everyday life is easy because you just have to juggle one factor. Let's just say you fell down and injured your knee. Let's just say. Why did you fall down and injure your knee? Well, you should not have been running at top speed and then failing to see the bump on the road. So you slipped, fell and injured your knee. That is a very simple hindsight. But when it comes to something like a business, such as, like I said, your business made a loss, how are you even going to pinpoint the hindsight? Where is the hindsight? How are you going to find the problem? That is what accounting is for. And that is why a lot of people don't like accountants, but they know they need accountants. In a way, after you have acquired that hindsight, you are then able to compare those hindsights with the hindsights of every other year. Because with the idea of accounting is that each hindsight is only its efficacy is for 1 year. So you have to compare every year's hindsight. And if you have enough information for an extended period of time, you can therefore have the confidence and even some information to forecast the future, at least in your business sense. I think I am done for this little yap. If you all want to have a proper talk about accounting, I will dedicate it on a different stream. Okay? We will decide on a date later on. For now, let's just chill. Anyway, I'm gonna take another quick break. And I cannot believe I'm playing Team Fortress 2 with the lurkers again. But I'll resolve that later on. Okay, I'm back. And Machan, you arrived just in time. The yapping is over and I'm gonna torture myself again. Oh boy. What am I even... Why? Why do you vote? Why do you vote TF2? Why do you vote TF... Why Team Fortress 2? Oh. TF2 has an update. Interesting. Wow, let me just set up my stream properly. It's still updating. I cannot believe this. Oh, now it runs. Now it runs. Are you sure about this, Lurkers? Are you sure you want me to play TF2? Really? Are you sure? Are you really sure? Okay, fine. Let me see how to hold this. I'm gonna close my presentations and I'm going to run TF2. Options, video. Okay, let me go and find my game capture. What should I run? You want an SCP? Well, you should have voted. Or maybe I'll play a bit of both. Maybe 45 minutes of TF2, then a bit of SCP. Let's see how it works, okay? Let's try that. Let's try that. What is a good map? Okay. Remember, the server name is banned. Server name is banned. Let's see how it works.
Giddy up!
Anyone joining? Anyone at all?
5, 4,
Oh, yes.
3, 2, 1.
Erecting a dispenser.
You shouldn't be so too big of a download size, I think. There's only one. Can anyone still join? still manage to join? Anyone? Anyone still manage to join lurkers?
Packing up. Phew.
Tesla Tankman.
I'm moving this. That was getting heavy. Sentry down!
Okay.
Sentry going up!
Only two. There's not a lot of them. Oh damn. Why can no one find the server? Stop attacking me first. Let me think. What's the maximum players in this server? Do y'all know what's the maximum players in this server? Can a bit more courtesy, please, lurkers? I need to know what's the maximum players in this server? What is the maximum players in this server? So, what is the maximum players in this server?
Building a sentry.
Okay, that's good. At least 2 on 3. Is this even fair? Is this even fair? Oh my goodness. This is not sustainable 3 on 2. What even is this? How am I gonna survive a 3 on 2? How? How am I supposed to survive a 3 on 2? Okay, 3 on 3. This is a bit more balanced. Oh my god. That was unexpected. Where you should go. Just Last of Us 2 me? Did you just Last of Us 2 Abby me? There we go. Did you just do a Last of Us 2 on me? I cannot believe you. You just did a Last of Us 2 on me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's waste them!
Just a go. Oh my god, that's a painful. Oh, what? This powerful. Can you stop Last of Us 2 on me? Stop Last of Us 2. Annoying. Annoying golf club demo. else still join? Can no one else still join the server? There's still a lot of space in the server right now. Wait, just let me speak to my lurkers. Oh, someone wants to play spy, huh?
The cart has almost reached the final terminus.
Okay, this is not as bad as I thought it would be, but touch wood. I hope I don't regret saying this later. You're killed by the leg mistake. What a mistake. This is really a tug of war. This is quite a tug of war. Unexpectedly so. get for... That's what you get for MGing me.
5,
Seriously.
3, 2, 1.
Uncle Dan wore the same wrench for 14 winters because propane is a frequency and that's how they lock the intelligence. Because you never see teleporter breathe, but I had because purple air. I can see how because cows aren't real, they're just disguised pyros. Because Uncle Dan knew that. Because Uncle Dan wore the same 14 wrenches. Because blackmail is not black when it's digital. Because he coded the guild in the config files. Because he coded the guild, and because my HUD melted when he smiled on stream. Because it wasn't charisma, it was hex code.
Nope. I don't know who that is, but that was annoying. I don't know who that was, but it was annoying. Is there How do I kick? How do I kick, actually? How do I kick? Forgot how to kick. Oh, there we go. No. Wait. Liam. Oh, I feel so old. He sounds American though. Oh. Oh, there's a stupid sniper. That's what you get. That is what you get for taunting people after you kill them. That worked well. Okay, another different match. Dust Bowl.
Cowboy!
Please don't.
Build in the center.
Please don't ban crash, and it crashed. Please don't ban crash, and it crashed. Thank you, Lurkus, for jinxing this, for jinxing the game. It is a sign to play the next game. I guess it is the sign to play the next game. But the graphics is fine. The graphics is completely fine. It's a stupid game's fault. It is always Team Fortress' fault. Always. Thank you, Valve. Very cool. For a game that crashes so quickly. Let me just set the next game. SCPSL. Daishobot, that is such a weird thing to say. You lurkers can see this? Let's join the Uncanny servers again. So is this one down here, okay? Let's try and play this one.
Security alert. Substantial chaos in Proceed with standard protocols.
How do I check? I forgot. How do I check how many players are in the game? How do I check how many players are in the game? I forgot. I completely forgot. No, tab is inventory. No, tab is... Let me just press. Since everyone is... Oh, damn. Wait. Waiting for players. 2 players. Just 2. Just 2 players. Daisho, so only you are in the game right now. There's only 2 players. Oh, of course I'm a D-boy. So, might as well take this opportunity to have a look at the interface. Jump, sneak, move, injure. Player list is N. Okay. Nothing here.
Attention, all personnel. The light containment zone decontamination process will occur in T-minus 15 minutes. All biological substances must be removed in order to avoid destruction.
I need to find something. Okay. HS. Let's try this place. Closed. VT00. Anything of note in this area? Nothing. I need to find an office. Need to find an office. I am the D-class lurkers. Oh boy, I need to find a key card. Where am I gonna find? Where is the offices? I need to get to the office. I absolutely need to get to the office. First aid kit, it's not much, but it's something. I can't get out without a key card. It is what it is. so lost. I am extremely lost right now. Office, finally. I hope there's something worth getting here. Okay. This is science
Danger.
stuff.
Light containment zone overall decontamination in T-minus 10 minutes.
This will have to do. The toilets. Is there anything here? Nope. Okay. It's not much, but it will help. Nice. So manage a keycard. I don't think I can afford to stay here for much longer.
Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 11, designated Alpha 4, has entered the facility. All remaining personnel are advised to proceed with standard evacuation protocols until an MTF squad reaches your destination, awaiting recontainment of one SCP subject.
Big Man Raymond, thank you for dropping by the stream. I hope to see you again. I hope you had a good time. Have a good day. Meanwhile, you will never take me alive.
Come on, ban me in diet already?
You will never take me alive.
Oh, doctor.
Plague Doctor chased after me.
Where
and
are
you
you,
are never taking
Doctor?
me alive. Good evening. Doctor. Let's see, Mr.
Test. I don't know what I'm doing. Doctor, if you are hearing, jump down the pit.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oops. Oh. Okay, wait for more people to come. Wait for more players to jump in.
That didn't
Wait for
work.
more players to jump in. Please, I wanna play an SCP. Please let me play an SCP. Oh, let's see how many is in the game. 1, 2, 3.
Do you think
Is
Panmin
that
will get
it?
it?
I hope.
Is that it? Only 3 players? Only 3? Oh, come on. Only 3. More lurkers, you should try to join in if you have. If you have the game. Oh. Left click hurts, enter. Okay, now I just have to... I'm playing as the old man. Oh.
Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no.
That worked? If only it were a more populated server, this would be fun. Nothing in here. There is one more guy in light containment, I have to guess. Where is the other one? Where is the other one? Where is the last one? Where is he? Oh, there's not the other way there. Containment bulb. just have to wait for that for that one. Zephyr, what are you supposed to mean by that?
Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 11, designated India 17, has entered the facility. All remaining personnel are advised to proceed with standard evacuation protocols until an MTF squad reaches your destination. Awaiting recontainment of 1 SCP subject.
Okay. Please don't mind me, lurkers. I'm trying to look for everyone. I'm a bit lost, as you can probably tell. As you can probably tell, I am extremely lost right now. I don't know where to go. I really don't know where to go. No, it's not that I know exactly where to go, but I don't know where everyone else is. I played enough to understand the general idea of playing as an SCP. Basically kill everyone. That's the goal of an SCP. Where are the rest of you exactly? Entrance zone, there we go. Let's see. I suspect you're left. You're still downstairs, aren't you? Let me try. You all are still downstairs. Let's teleport there and have a look. You stop it, stupid ads. Let's see.
Security alert. Substantial chaos. Insurgent activity detected. Security personnel proceed with
Substantial, literally just one. Literally just one. Chaos insurgency. It is randomly generated, this maze. It is procedurally generated. So we just got like the short end of the stick in terms of confusing map layout. This is what most SCP games have in common. Their maps are almost always procedurally generated, which means it can get a bit daunting trying to navigate through everything.
light containment zone is locked down and ready for decontamination. The removal of organic substances has now begun.
Let's go to the Chaos Insurgent side of the spawn area and see if I can no one escaped yet.
What will happen if I throw this red ball? Oh, shit.
Oh my Jesus! Do you want it to be? Fuck. Of course, they run away. Look, behind you!
How does this work? I don't even know how. Oh, there it is. That would have killed me very quickly. That would have killed me very quickly if you managed to zero in on me.
By order of 05 Command, Dead Man Sequence activated.
Well, anyone who is underground, good luck. I am not going down there anymore.
Oh shoot. Nope.
Ah!
That's so crazy.
Oh, I won. Oh well.
Good job,
I won.
Batman.
Well, that was good. If only there were more players. I hope I get Plague Doctor. I want to play Plague Doctor. It would be nice to play as Plague Doctor. Only 4 players. 6. Oh, excellent. 6 players.
Oh, we have 6 now.
Well, there's more now.
Oh, I'm so excited to die.
GTA 6.
Dying is the job of this game, right?
GTA 6?
No.
So,
Damn it. Damn it. Class D again. No, fine. I'll make do with what I have. That is not a good place to be. That's where Peanut will be.
Attention, all personnel. The light containment zone decontamination process will occur in T-minus 15 minutes. All biological substances must be removed in order to avoid destruction.
Yeah, Class Ds have to stick together basically. Let's see if we have anything here. Anything here of value? Nope. Guess we have to keep moving. Find a key card, get out of this floor. We can't go past that one. Need a key card for that? No. Oh. Okay. RT. Oh shit. Why do you always get to play as Plague Doctor? Damn it. Twice you
Excuse
play
me,
as
sir.
Plague Doctor.
I have thought about your car warranty problem.
Twice you get to play as Plague Doctor. This is not...
So sorry. Revive.
You get to...
So now I guess we have to find the guy
I
with
have no idea
guns.
where we're going, by the way.
I know. We have to find the guy with the guns and kill them.
That's Peanut.
We need to go into heavy containment. Oh.
Not that way.
Sentient and violent. Well, I'm not sentient, so that's not my problem.
Not a toilet.
Here?
Nothing in
Where
here.
is here?
Oh, yeah,
Where
heavy
you're not?
containment. There we go. Yeah, we have to go. Basically go in.
Look on the bright side. Technically, you're an SCP right now.
Oh,
Very funny.
hey guys, I think I found the people. They are in the SCP containment. SCP 1914. Excuse me, sir. Can you open the door? I have to talk about your car extended warranty.
Oh god, where is everyone?
Oh, they have to get to heavy containment regardless. So
It's
just a matter of time.
it's
They
in
either stay down there at light
the
containment
low
and die,
containment
or they
place.
come up here. They either stay at light containment and die in 15 minutes, or they come down here.
Excuse me, sir. I need to talk about your car extended warranty. Wait, you can upgrade the car with that? What setting? Oh wait, Hey, do you guys behind the door can hear me?
Where is the other? Where are you actually? Oh,
Hello?
you're just another minion. Where are you?
Where did she go? This way?
I am just
I'm next to the
wandering
red
around
flags.
waiting for the two.
Zombie leader. The two person is right in front of me except they are in the door. And I can't open them.
Oh, they're still in light containment. If they are still in light containment, it means that they don't have much time. They have to get to heavy containment in 7 minutes, or else they will
Not
die.
my problem, to be honest.
Mobile Task Force Unit
Yeah.
Epsilon 11.
Oh great, the MTF is here.
9 has entered the facility. All remaining
Okay.
personnel are advised to proceed with standard evacuation protocols.
Let's go this way.
MTF squad reaches your destination. Awaiting
We're headed down an elevator.
1 SCP subject.
Or up an elevator. Oh wait, no, this is my containment zone. Shit. Back.
The two security guard is in the low threat containment place. They
They
are
will die
near
down
the
there.
intersection where there's a lot of plants.
They will die down there if they don't leave. So just wait for them at
I would
heavy
love to find it, but I
containment.
have up here.
They will die down there if they
Where'd you go?
don't leave.
Try this way.
Hey, you guys behind the door. You do know that you
Okay.
do know you will die if in 5 minutes, right?
Ah, shit. We're back here. Can we go up here? No, this is back down. Fuck.
You only have 4 minutes and 20 seconds.
Honestly, you
4:20
guys
if
should
you
just
must.
come out. I'm only alone here. You can run, definitely.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. Because if everyone can vote, they'd want to be an
Oh.
SCP. So just leave it to be random, basically.
No, it's okay. We're friendly. We're friendly. I just want to touch you. I just want
Excuse
to
me,
give you a
sir. I have to
massage.
talk about your car extended warranty. Don't redeem, sir.
Oh boy. Are they still really down there? You only have 3 minutes. Whoever who is down there, you only have 3 more minutes.
Can't you just shoot me? Yeah.
You only have 3 more
Right view.
minutes. Are you sure you want to stay down
Batman,
there?
I don't know if we're gonna make it out.
I am up here. I am at heavy containment. So I am not affected by what's happening down there.
Oh, you stink.
Oh, there you go.
Loves, if you know the way, leave.
I run out of ammo. Ooh.
Well, first thing first,
There we
we
go.
should get out of this floor. I think they are going to clean this floor.
There is a security
goodness.
guard in heavy containment. That is so funny.
Generators activated.
Okay, Batman, we're on your floor. There he is.
Oh yeah, I saw him.
I'm probably gonna
He
die.
entered this door.
Oh, is that a pub? That's probably a pub. I think that's a pub.
2
Oh
out
well.
of 3 generators activated.
Oh, by the way, plague doctors can revive minions infinitely, I think. He's heading for the elevator. Okay.
Substantial chaos in subject activity. Detectives, security personnel proceed with standard protocols. Light containment zone is locked down and ready for decontamination. The removal of organic substances has now begun.
Okay. Let's see. Oh. Shut in front, in front, in front. How do I crouch? I forgot how to crouch. I forgot how to crouch. What the hell?
SCP-049 contained successfully. Containment unit
That's not fun
Also,
at all.
Batman, they can only be revived for a few times.
That's not fun at all.
No meds, please. Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, too late.
Stay away
Too
from
late.
Yo, what's up?
stand up. I'm bad. What? Oh, hi.
All shells I killed.
Do you have a medkit? Do you have a medkit,
I
please?
got nothing because I spent all because I fight with shells and doctor.
Oh well, I'm gonna fucking blow this place up.
Do you have ammo for my gun?
Yeah, there was a zombie following me.
Can you give me ammo for my gun? I give you ammo for your gun. This way.
Oh, I'm full with the ammo for my gun.
Oh, okay.
But there's a zombie coming and I'm probably gonna bloody die.
It is so over. Lurkus, it is so over. In 1 minute, it is so over. Stay alive. You should stay alive. Oh well. Yo, you can just stay.
You
So we
killed
can start the
them!
next round.
Hooray, we won! I'm gonna kill my... No! I wanted to kill myself.
I kill all.
Did you just kill the other guy?
Betrayal. Oh my goodness, what a betrayal. I guess no witnesses, I suppose. Nine-Tailed Fox gets rid of all the witnesses. Please be an SCP, please be an SCP.
Voices.
Guys,
SCP.
guys, what do you think about my playing? Last game I make 8 kills. I
How
feel so
could you
good.
kill me, you bastard?
Because I want to.
I trusted you.
Anyways, I saw you won't die. I saw you don't have stamina to do this. I help you.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so.
Oh, damn it. Frosty, again. Again. This sucks. Always Costy. Let's try. Okay.
Attention, all personnel. The light containment zone decontamination process will occur in T-minus 15 minutes. All biological
Office,
substances must
finally.
be removed in order to avoid destruction.
I got a key card. There is nothing else in here. Wait. Okay. Close this. And close this. Oh wait. Okay. Okay, safe to find.
Oh, hello, I'm gonna kill you now. I'm just kidding.
Still need one more.
Bruh. Just be careful, there's a 106 around. Ooh, my key cards now. Nah, I'm joking.
Lucas, don't be selfish. First come, first serve. There we go.
I'm gonna get a black one.
I'll probably get one.
Oh great, before we absolutely die. We're gonna die. We're going to die. We're going. What? Yep. Oh, we're going to die first though. You're second. Oh my goodness. I'm out of here, boy.
Okay, I'm gonna find an alternate exit. Excellent.
Danger. Light containment zone overall decontamination in
Excellent. Now I just need to find a way out of light heavy containment. Just have to do it very quietly. I don't know what the urn does. There is nothing in this room.
Mobile Task Force Unit Epsilon 11, designated Delta 16, has entered the facility. All remaining personnel are advised to proceed with standard evacuation protocols until an MTF squad reaches your destination.
I am extremely unarmed if
one SCP subject.
If I am caught, I am basically dead. Oh. Well, night armor is gonna keep me alive. much ammo does this take? Okay. Can you stop? Who is this Abashi Soli? Just let me finish the game in peace, please. Just let me finish my game in peace, please.
What the fuck?
Let me finish my game in
We be shooting
peace.
who like this?
Just let me finish my game in peace. Stupid scientist.
Delicious grenade, give me that delicious.
Just let me finish my game in peace. I am so... All I want to do is finish the map solo. Is that so hard to ask? Any of you lurkers, I want all of you to friendly fire him. I don't care if he's a scientist, and I don't care if you are Nine-Tailed Fox, I want you to friendly fire him. Every single time. Twice! It happened twice. It happened twice. Love has, can you find him and kill him, please? He told the SCP Buster again. Hate this so much.
Yeah.
Behind you, love has. Behind you, dodge. I'm so gonna kill that stupid scientist.
Detected. Security personnel proceed with standard orders.
So gonna kill that stupid scientist.
One out of 3 generators activated.
Please make sure you aim properly and make sure he's dead. I am done with this stupid scientist. First it was a D-boy, now it's a scientist. I want him dead.
Containment zone is locked down and ready for decontamination. The removal of organic substances has now begun.
Where heavy containment. Where is it?
Should be right here.
That was me.
Yeah, heavy containment. I am not stepping foot near a Tesla gate.
I want him dead. All I was doing was minding my own business.
Behind us, behind us, behind us!
How about compromise? A compromise, just a compromise. Kill the doctor, kill the scientist first. Where's the
Dare you with
scientist?
this?
Kill the scientist first, that was all I
think it's
wanted.
over.
Just kill the scientist first, Love has. The is he dead? Is he dead? Is the scientist dead? Is he
Why
dead?
so stupid? Why didn't shot at Larry? He had no HP. You just need to spend all your ammo in this stupid guy, and you will kill him. Why do you shoot him? Stupid Charles. Stupid Charles, which is so.
Oh, I win.
Good.
Really good Charles. It's good.
Good.
Speak.
I want the SCP to win. I wanted the SCP to win. At least the doctor, at least the scientist died. I am satisfied now. I am extremely satisfied now. Yes. I am happy now.
Yo, love his.
Yo.
You know what did you win?
Nope.
I'm stupid first, and I'm just throw micro hit, and also because of Charles, they were stupid and didn't shoot at you.
Chicken jockey.
No facility. I feel calmer now.
Yo, what's up?
Let's go. Okay, I have enough ammo. I saw the dog. I saw the dog. He went there, which means I will go here. Nope. Not the right direction.
Oh. Hi.
Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get you out of here. Any more scientists?
Oh, where is that bloody... Bro, it's not here.
Where are you? Can you don't wander around, please?
Oh, I found it. Gimme. And get the fuck out of here.
Let's go.
But first... I need some armor. And we can get out of here now.
That's... Initial IPO means initial public offering. It's basically what happens when you first make your company go public and you're selling your shares to the public. That's basically what it means.
I don't need this. For this. Oh, let's go.
Nine-tailed fox. Okay, there's one down.
Mobile task force.
We have to kill the dog. We have to kill the dog.
Oh wow, all of you are dead.
Yeah.
The dog killed my favorite D-class personnel. Now, there's still one other D-class down there. I'm pretty sure he's not dead.
I saw him standing still, but no idea where he is. Hey guys, wouldn't it be fun if I just drop a grenade here? Nah, I'm joking.
Well, it would be fun to see if the grenade kill us first or my bullets.
Yeah, so true.
Oh,
We just passed
why did
the
that?
door.
Are you a captain?
Why did the door open?
Nah.
Why did the door
bruh.
open?
We need the micro.
John.
We need the micro.
Dog! Dog! Dog!
Oh shit, the dog is there.
Yep, I realized.
I got friendly fire.
Sorry, Batman.
I got friendly.
You son of a bitch!
I got friendly fired, Veta. Veta. I got friendly fired by my
For information,
own... By my own
Batman doesn't
lurkers.
voice chat in the game.
I got friendly fired by my own lurkers.
Wait. The dog didn't even kill them. That's so funny.
Yeah, Batman was She was in front of me, so and I panicked, I shot, and then apparently the head hitbox is larger than the head.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I thought they died by the dog.
Oh no, the issue doesn't have the right key card.
He's out. I mean, he's in heavy right now.
Yeah, but he can't pass the massive gate.
Oh, well, if he
We need to
finds
find-
one of our corpses, he will.
Yeah. I'm a
Line
prophet
Tail
now.
Fox, backup unit designated Yankee 4 has entered the facility to recontainment of one SCP subject.
Check. Anyone out there?
One
Anyone out there?
out of 3 generators activated.
What the hell is...
Okay. I think this will be the last round. After this round, and I'll conclude the stream. I'm a bit done. Oh yeah. My God, that scared me. That really scared me.
Security alert.
Oh
alert.
boy.
Substantial chaos. Insurgent activity detected. Security personnel proceed with standard
Okay.
protocols.
This will help. Dark Moonies, thank you for the sub.
Bro still suck. He's too sucking.
Night trapped or something.
Very mean. This Abashi, I don't like him. I do not like him.
Well.
I kind of need more bullets.
Well. I killed the guy who trying to kill us with grenade. Look at this. Well.
Good job.
Well. What do
Lucas,
we
can you do
have
me a
here?
favor and Lucas, can you do me a favor? Just a simple favor.
Yup.
Lucas, can you do me a favor? Can you friendly fire this
Hey, no, you
Abashi?
should like jump into a hole and die. We're gonna just riddle you with bullets. Anyways, we're coming for you.
Can you please do me a favor, Lucas? And by favor, I mean please do it. my favor. I mean, do it. Do it.
Well, well, well.
Lurkers, please, for the sake of my sanity.
Gosh darn it.
Dog, please kill him. Dog. He's right in front of you. Dog, go back.
Hell.
Dog, go back. Yes, he's here. He's right next to you. Dog. Dog, you're going away from him again.
By order of O5 Command, dead man sequence.
Everyone's gonna die.
Alpha Warhead emergency detonation sequence engaged. The underground section of the facility will be detonated in T-minus 90 seconds.
When you move, then you're visible. When you move, you're visible. That's basically it.
Well, well, well. Well.
Well.
You really like that sometimes.
Disconnect. Thanks the Lord, Lurkers. Today was just a whole collection of excellent events now, did it? Scuff at the start of the stream. That lasted for an entire 30 minutes. And now this. Thank you, lurkers. Thank you so much. Well, what's the plan for? I might as well just end the stream right now, but before I end the stream, reminder. The usual time. So for all of you lurkers who stuck around till the end, thank you, and please pardon my scuffing. Sorry, Miss Benman.
Sorry, Miss Benman, for stealing the plague, Doctor.
That's fine. I blame RNG for that. But anyway, it's actually nice to just join in an empty server where everyone is new to the game. This is the problem when you join a game and there's just that one random who just plays the game for so many hours. And it's just ruining the experience for everyone else. But I can't complain, it's a free world. In an ideal situation, I would rent my own server, but that's a bit hard to do. So I guess this is the best we have. Try and join an empty server. Now with that out of the way, I think I will conclude my stream for today. I had a scuff aside, it was still a good time. Thank you lurkers for making it a good time. And Sassy Witch, thank you for the sub. I hope next week will be a bit smoother, touch wood. But with that out of the way, I thank you lurkers for joining in the stream. And let me have a look at something. Anyone on internet, please? Internet, please? Nope. Okay. You lurkers are free to go after tonight's stream, okay? I think there's no one streaming right now. So with that out of the way, I'm going to excuse you all. Ryan's not streaming today. It doesn't seem like she is. You can drop by Ryan and see if she is, but I checked a few seconds ago, she's not streaming. But with that out of the way, I'm going to conclude today's and tonight's stream. Okay? I'm gonna need a rest. That is too much stress for me for today. So with out of the way, I'm going to continue the stream for next week. And I'll see you at the same time next week. No stream tomorrow. Today is the last day for the week. Last stream for the week. So for the Westerners, my stream starts again on Sunday night. For the Asians, it is Monday morning, okay? For 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Or for Westerners, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So with that out of the way, I'm going to conclude the stream right now. Thank you, lurkers, for dropping by, and I appreciate it a lot, okay? I'm going to take a rest. I need to... The scuff is mentally draining. And it's a bit slow for this week, and I do admit it. But I just came. I just finished my IRL stuff, and I'm just trying to regain some energy. Anyway, I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.